What's up? I see we got Dakota. We probably have Dan when he finally gets back to his phone. Dakota, how goes it, man? Love watching the updates on the Firebird. I am going to have a couple updates on the Camaro probably this upcoming weekend.
Nope.
We got a free cone, so you got something anyway. They literally handed us a cone because they messed up.
Okay, well, I'm probably not going to eat it while I'm doing this. What's happening, Ron? Good to see you, man. Yeah, there's only one other one on here. I think it's Dakota. Yeah, Dan's going to come on here in about 10 minutes and go, oh, man, I missed like 10 minutes of it. Was that necessary?
It's more efficient.
If everybody didn't know, that's how many days till Turbo Tom's birthday, too.
His birthday's on Halloween? Lucky son of a bitch.
I know. Better than dead air. Yeah, that is true. I've lost track of my GoPro. I thought I left it in my car. There's no telling what the hell happened to it, but I'm going to get a couple, probably just a couple minute long videos and then a couple shorts on updates on my car this weekend. If you didn't catch that the first time. What's up, Dan? You know that's right, Tom. We're keeping track. 105 days till you're 58. That's right. Did you see my short on that Durango 3.6 liter lifter? That second cylinder on the left side, it has two lifters that are collapsed. And the extended warranty company is only going to replace the two lifters, the two rockers, and the exhaust camshaft. That's it. They're not doing all of them. Damn. 45 miles? How'd it feel? Did you like it? Did you miss it? You probably missed it. Oh, dang, Tom, you're in a race. It done beat you to 58. Yeah. You know, the first time I got to drive my car after sitting forever, man, it's hard even to put into words. I loved it so much. I missed that thing so bad. Jason drove it once a long time ago. I'm going to strap him in it once I get it done. There he is. What's up, bro? JB, you know what the heck's going on. Your wife beat you, huh? She robbing a cradle, is she? Did you guys get to see the brake shoe in the transmission pan? You know, normally we get one jacked up POS a week. We've had 2 or 3 already just this week. So I had the Expedition with a chain sold transfer case that left today. She's a cougar. And then we get a Caravan towed in this morning with a semi-truck brake shoe in the transmission pan. That was a sight to see, man, let me tell you. Hell of a mess on the freaking flatbed. Yeah, it was a semi-truck brake shoe, Dan. That's just evil. Get that thing away. No. Don't be like that. 9 days, she'll be 2 years older than you. Dang. Yes. There's a damn cougar in the car. Look out, Tom. It's going to get you. From what the customer said, Dan, she was driving down the highway and she saw the dual rear wheel come off the left side and just parts started flying. So she was trying to, dodge all the stuff so it wouldn't come through her windshield. And she ended up hitting a brake shoe that she didn't know was a brake shoe. Her husband got out and looked and said it looked like a brake shoe, but 10 times the size of what he's seen. No, someone did not put it there. She ran it over by accident. That's the only option she had. So it's better than running over the damn brake drum because it probably would have tore the transmission out. 1,000 ticket nights. Good God. Oh, depends on which one you mean. Dude, she said she probably drove the car another half a mile before it stopped pulling when it ran out of transmission fluid. It was funny as hell to see it. Dude, for it to tear a hole in that, those transmission pans are thick. That would have been a hell of a dildo. None of us could compete with it. That's right. Yeah, wrong live. Thanks. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a stout dildo, yeah. Let's just say it probably would have pole vaulted that poor van, right? Good God. What's up, Landon? Well, you come in the wrong time. Stopped on a dime. Woo. I don't know, Landon. Could be the right time. Who knows? You made it short this week. Hemi misfire on number 8. Cam and lifters. Man, it's been getting really, really bad here the last couple of weeks, but all the ones that I've diagnosed, they don't want to fix. They just scrap them. I had a 3.6 blown head gasket, 3.7 blown head gasket, a Hemi lifter. They got rid of all of them except for this one. I'm doing the lifters and rockers in this Durango. What's the 105 behind me? Who are all my friends back here? I thought we went over this last time. You don't remember that, JB? John Wilburn nailed it. Him and I think, who was it? Unfinished Project, I think. Days Till Halloween. That's right, Landon. And Tom's birthday. He will be 58. I had to throw that number up there just to throw a curveball in the day for everyone. So, and it worked. I was hoping that it would not upset anyone, and so far it has not. So it was never my intention to upset anyone. John Wilburn thought it was funny, and he nailed it. Oh, Tom, you never worked on any actual like foreign cars, Toyotas, Hondas, and things like that with the MLS gasket. They still blow head gaskets. But the 3.7 didn't blow head gasket. It dropped the valve seat and cracked cylinder head. You was messed up. Let's go again. Okay. 105 days to Halloween, JB. And Turbo Tom's birthday. I can't get that one. So now you remember that. I'm going to try and keep up to date with it because it's probably going to throw everybody else off too. Went to check the oil in your truck and your cap was gone. Damn thieves. If it was an aftermarket one, I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't break and just fall off. Yeah, JB, it does insure it some. When you have a cylinder head that they send back after being machined and it's still got some pits in it, copper head gasket sealer, it works really good. Yeah. We've had a bunch of those aftermarket ones that are kind of sloppy and they either break or just fall off. Oh, what did Dan say here? Yesterday I went and cut a bunch of grass, super glued and epoxied intake manifold tube. It didn't miss a beat. Heck yeah, good for you. And Tom, I've seen 3.6 warped head in block. I haven't got to see a whole lot of those because typically we just put engines in. They would rather do an engine than top engine repair. That's just how AAA would like to do it. So that's what we push for. And then if we, we give them the option. But in most cases with our customers, man, they just get rid of the car. They'll go buy another one. Yeah, 45 miles, Dakota. He's putting some miles on it. Yeah, I was trying to watch that video, and I was playing with the grandbaby, so I didn't get to watch it all, JB. One stipulation. What is it? You're pulling spark plug wires, aren't you? T. If I bring tire off vehicle tomorrow, can you repair? Picked up 2 screws. Damn. Maybe T will stop in here. My little trash truck is going to be busy this year. No spoilers. Haven't watched it yet. Well, sorry, not sorry. Oh, his son has to be in the car. Okay. Slowing down a little bit. You know, truth be told, I was getting ready to put nitrous on my car, and I saw how much it is to fill that bottle. Yeah, I don't think it's so important. Now, I'm sure I could shoot that motor quite a bit 'cause the way I built it, but I don't think I'm going to. So, what's your compression? Have you been on Firebird, Dakota? The trash truck has to make it through test and tune. Oh, hell, it'll make it through test and tune. It'll make it through tech, too. He's still got everything in there that he needs. So, I think we'll be all right. He just has to have a helmet. Still needs one more pull and radiator support. And it should be done. And it's just 3 small dings which need filler work. And he got sanding and ready for paint. Hell yeah, Dan. Ron, I got this. Just hope I can get it there. You'll get it, JB. I don't see you giving up anytime soon. Everyone's good when it has gas in it. Yes, that does help, Dakota. You can't be pulling that kind of stuff. I'll be told to put you on timeout. 69 Bird or the TA? I think I was asking about the TA. So, Dakota, do you have a 69 Bird? I like those cars. Right. Yeah. He's been driving the past few months. A couple months anyway. I did a video 10 months ago. Didn't run over stuff in the road. Who was hoarding in Ford FE dual quad intake? Jesus, I don't know. If Jason, let me some 4-head Bird. Yeah, I don't know who the hell would have a dual quad FE. That's. Woo. I'm still playing with the idea of nitrous with the blower. I was told that it's not a good idea. Maybe next year. Always pondering the situation. Yeah, I mean, I know my motor would hold it up to a certain degree anyway. But the 2.8, if you still got a stock bottom end, I wouldn't push it. But that's all on you. It's all about having fun. Yeah, ran out of gas. Yeah. And I'll get you a timeout, Dakota. Watch it. The old gray mare will be the silver bullet. Cool. I wish I had a 69 Bird. Okay. So that must have been Tom's. I don't know. Who's had a 69 Bird? Who was he asking that about? Yeah. Cool, Ron. Take it easy, dude. Good chat with you. He has the cool job. Yeah, you'll have that. Dual quad FEs, Dennis Collins. How's the slapper bars coming, Jason? I was thinking Bill, but I wasn't sure because I know Mark and his, and then Bill's nephew or son-in-law or what the hell ever it is does a lot of that stuff too. I like to wake up. Yeah. Buck, what the fuck are you doing? How are you? I don't think Dakota's was automotive. What was it, Dakota? Yeah, put it to it. But then we want you to see in Sykeston, though. We want you to have the trash truck in Sykeston. So put it to it, but put it to it there. Howdy, Wendy. Holy crap, what happened? I'm way behind. No, Dan, you're thinking of my brother. Yes, sir. We'll be here, Ron. The Buckster. JB, there are 50% finish. Get them done after I get back from Vegas. There you go, JB. And Don. They have some, Dan, but it's kind of hard and difficult, make them on that car. Save up your pennies and buy you some, I guess. Well, I guess I'm putting that stuff on the track. Well, regardless, we want to see the trash truck there. So bring it. Yeah, Ron had to go. He said to get up early. Oh, you know it, JB. We got your back, dude. If I could retrofit 95 Mustang brakes, then the Curtis would fit. Is it because of the style of the wheel? I think the 94, 95 still had 15s. They were just a deeper, what the hell, backspacing. Oh, what did this guy say? Kill a Whale commented on that brake shoe short. Says, "Oh shit! I accidentally put a brake shoe in my oil reservoir." Yeah, 3:30 a.m. is early, dude. 05 brakes are too big. Okay, so you're driving the Fox body with the 4-lug. there was some type of conversion between those two, but Jason, I think, Jason or Bill told me about it. I can't remember which, because we were going to do it at the shop, and I think, matter of fact, I think it was Bill, and I think they ended up doing it in the body shop where they did the Eleanor Mustang. '05 GT. So that's that new body style, isn't it? I thought. So you were trying to put the 94, 95 on the '05. Is that what you were doing? It's your turn to make dinner. You guys have a great night. Think the world of you. Thank you, JB. We think the world of you too, dude. Have a good dinner. We'll be able to be on here a little bit longer if you want to jump back in if you get done in time. Everybody here is great, JB. Awesome people. They have aftermarket SSs. They have 17s and 18s now, just like they do in the torque thrusts and everything else. Oh, shit. So your computer just totally died completely. That sucks. Yeah, I don't think you can go from the 94, 95 to the '05. I think you can go the 10 to '05, but you still got to run their big 18 or 19-inch wheels. But they have the wheels that kind of look like Krager's, but I think they're torque thrusts at that size. It still look cool. They just wouldn't have your Krager's on it. Yeah, the Krager's I think will go 16, but I don't think they'll go 17 or 18. That's when you start moving into torque thrusts, and they look real similar if you get them all chrome. My dad had them on his '74 Charger, and it looked really freaking cool. Jason, I didn't never want to go back to PC. That's why I did my laptop, because if the power supply goes in it, you can actually replace it not only a whole lot cheaper, but a whole lot easier. All 5-spoke wheels look like torque thrust. Yeah, good possibility. But I love torque thrust. I think they look trick as hell along with Krager's and shit like that. I like spoked wheels. I keep going back and forth and watching to see if anybody else comments on that brake shoe thing. I like old torque thrusts, like on the Mustang and Bullet. Yeah, those look fucking great. I love them. I got aluminum slots for them, but we'll have to put together studs and the axles to get. Yeah, those aluminum slots look cool on those old Mopars too. My ex-wife's dad had a '69 Roadrunner. It had those gigantic slots on it, and it looked trick as hell. He's trying to get his car back, but I don't think the guy that bought it will give it back because it was like a rust-free car. Don, are they lug-centric? come on. Let's see. Dan, be right back. Got to run you get some some used beer. Unilugs. Not sure what. Lug Centric is just just made to it, not in a egg shaped or elongated lug hole. Damn it, man. He is not having a good night. He said he would have hopped on, but he's not. It's not doing too hot, so. Hi, Marissa. So, see if I can pull this back up here. The guy that painted my car, center hole bigger than the Steely center, which could have center hole adapters. Yes, they do make those. You need to measure it with a micrometer, but they do make them. Lug centric versus hub centric, yeah. So let's see. Where is it at? The big guy that painted my car used to have a Grand National. It ran 1080s. It was the 3.8. It wasn't a stock 3.8. He worked on it a little bit, but he can still drive it every day with AC. Trying to find this Mercury wagon he's been working on. This thing is sick. He can't decide if he wants to put big wheels in it or stock wheels. Turn that volume down. Oh, hell. Where the hell's it at? Huh. That was the motor in his Grand National. Bigger intake, taller valve covers, all kinds of cool stuff. Here's that's the donor car to his wagon. He had to get the front bumper and fenders and stuff like that for it. Here we go. There's a somewhat of a good picture of the Mercury. It's a 54 Mercury wagon. It's getting a 429. I got to play with it a little bit before he moved to Tennessee. Yes, Smokey is getting her nose cleaned out because her nose is stuffed up. And regardless, I'm not part of it. No, it's my granddaughter. Her name is Morgan, but they call her Mogi for short. That's a girl thing, you know. I always just call her Morgan, but they had to be cute with it. I had a set of those Unilug Hurricane aluminum wheels on the Camaro years ago, and I had one of them come loose, and I broke 4 of the 5 studs. And yeah, luckily I was about half a mile from the hot rod shop that our other brother Jeremy worked at. So I was able to limp it over there because it was riding on the hub. And replaced all the lug studs, and I got rid of the wheels. I don't think I had them tight enough, but then again, I don't know. I had a bunch of haters, and they could have loosened them up on me too. I don't know. There's a lot of hearsay and this and that, so it was a long time ago. I don't know what the hell happened. It's just another one of those stories. One day, Don, we will have Dan on alive somehow, some way. Or we'll have to pick him up on the way to Sykeston. One or the other. Unfinished Project and Dan both are the only 2 have not been on my live. And I believe Jason's too. Where's my dude at? So I have a shit ton of stickers that I just can't find where to put them. Yeah. And that one. And then that came from Jeff 2 Hacks. I still got all these stickers I haven't put up yet. I need to find a spot to put them. What's up, Ken? Good to see you, man. I have to go to your channel to see any updates. For some reason, it does not notify me. Drives me crazy. But I love seeing updates on that 6-cylinder. That's going to be killer. Good supper. What'd you have? Yeah, I know. I'm not mad. It's just aggravating when I try to keep up to date with everybody's. She's not having it.
You're all right. Say night night. Oh my goodness.
Well, how's your night going, Ken? lug centric. It's a solution which locates the wheel on center and takes the wheel's pilot center hole out of the equation as long as the hole ain't too small. Fish patties and steak fries. Damn! I need me some fish and chips. God damn. Yeah, those Gordon beer batter fillets are badass. I eat the hell out of those things. Why does Steve always call me when I'm on my live? Every time. He won't call me on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, nothing. It's got to be on Tuesday. What are you drinking? Sewer John. Need Miller Lite. John. What are you drinking, sir? Holy shit, you look bad. What am I munching? My daughter got me an ice cream cone from McDonald's. Grease gobble. What the hell is going on here? Savage clap. Oh. Oh. No, don't be sorry. I love it. I can look good or bad. I still love it. And remember, I don't hate. So it's all good. Sounds painful. Got to get out of that work uniform and into some Crocs. Jesus. No. Don't do Crocs. Miller Lite shotgun. Hail to the no. I'm 6 deep myself, and I'm fading fast. Need a 4 logo. Crocs are for. Yeah, as soon as I get out of this work shirt, it's getting in the shower and going the hell to bed. So. You're on the wrong. I'm not even repeating that. Everybody else can read it. So, you ever heard of the wrong end, wrong hole? There you go. Good advice. Or wrong chat. Yeah. Oh my God. You need Jesus, is what you need. Ooh. Oh, holy crap. Huh. All right. Oh, holy crap.
Oh, I can't invite you again. Oh, no, you're good. I was going to send the invite. I just need you to join us.
Just saying you've got perfect hair to give some white boy waves. Okay. Savage gets blocked. I'm not cool with that. Bye, Savage. Yeah, Dakota, we got this.
Oh, I forgot this was a battleship.
Sorry, don't play that neither. Man, why they gotta come in here and mess it up like that? Got 7 subscribers in one video. Trolling for trolls. Huh. Why does that sound so suspicious? They ain't got shit to do. That's right. I know, Wendy. I know you guys are going to be here. You're just sitting back and watching. It's all good. They can even subscribe. They just can't be saying that kind of shit on here. I'm not, no. Cheesy Big Mac. Okay. What does Cheesy have to say tonight? I got my backup coming on.
What makes people act like that, man?
Oh, wait. No. I got that marijuana you looking for, buddy. Well, you obviously you're on the wrong channel because I don't smoke the ganja. No left-handed cigarettes. I even quit cigarettes, so you can take that shit somewhere else too.
We're over here, dude. No.
Technician Troy. Cool. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate you. Who were those guys? I don't know.
They're just out there fishing.
You know, they ain't gonna catch nothing here.
No.
I do have a fro if it grows out. That is damn sure. That is a fact.
I can tell it's you keep it short for a reason.
Yes, sir. It's like Velcro if it grows out too far. It attracts everything. Jason's not going to block you, Wendy.
I wasn't calling you. God damn. Never fails. I was out back most of the day. She missed me again.
Now, be careful, Wendy. Jason might give you a timeout.
Mama bear. So, all right, getting back to Unilugs, where would you find those center adapters? Because I'm not crazy about Unilugs, especially if that center hole doesn't support the weight of the car.
You can get on to any wheel people that sell wheels, and it's better off to call them because they don't have the sizes online. And just tell them that you've got a hub that's this size and a wheel this size, and you need that adapter.
Yeah,
And it's only like a nylon plastic adapter.
hey, something's better than nothing.
Mm.
Well, I was saying them center holes are designed to hold the weight of the car anyway.
Yes and no. I mean, the lugs does do most of the holding, but the hub will keep it more eccentric for vibration.
Yeah, I was always told that the center hole supports the weight of the car and the lug nuts keep it from moving in or sideways, basically.
Yes and no. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to look at it, but that's just how I've always seen it. Someone here may actually have the technical term for it, but that's the only way I've actually been to see it, because out of experience, we've had cars come in that weren't hub centric to the wheel, and we had vibration, and all the wheels balanced out. So they would go back we would order the hub eccentric adapters, and the vibration would go away. So
I might have to get some measurements and talk to JB.
and there's always that too. He can make some aluminum for you. Them guys like Browns fans. We know how far to go to smell it and how far to step it.
Well, they didn't have to go very far tonight.
No. And again, I don't care.
Yeah, but when they dominate the chat with shit like that, it's just
Well, and again, you let them go, and they get bored real quick, and they stop, or just block them. It's just like that old big worm, John Millworm.
Yeah.
He went on being a little D-bag for a little while, but then all of a sudden now he's not so much because he got ignored. Yeah, he lets them have time before he cut them out. So they had their chance.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to cut them off when you're like, gotta go. But Jason was on it.
Well, he messaged me, and I'm like, yeah. Give him a few minutes, and then I'm
See
like, yep.
how far they stretch the line. Yeah.
Yep. And there's a few of them that like to push that, and they start talking weird shit like that. I don't sword fight, so. You saw the worm on John's live. Yeah, he's been getting around here lately. It's someone else's channel that he's on, and I haven't figured it out yet.
There, when he first showed up, I thought it was Wilburn.
So did me and Jason. And then
it didn't sound like John after.
Nope. Yeah, that dude took a little further than what John, I believe, would.
drives a Studebaker, doesn't he? Or what is?
Yes. No, Model T.
Well, anyway.
Hair few off. Hope
Uh,
your
it's
hair
from
grows. Yeah.
Smoking the Bandit. My hat flew off. I hope
Yep.
your head was in it. Packard, that's it.
Yeah, that's right, Packard. Same thing, different smell.
Yeah.
Well, me and Jason called him out thinking it was him. And he wasn't even near a computer when it first started happening. He was actually working on his house. And then I had messaged him and he messaged me. And I'm like, okay, so it wasn't Wilburn. And I think Jason had texted him also. And he was just like, what the hell's going on? So he jumped online real fast and went, oh, no, that wasn't me.
All right. Yeah, I was kind of puzzled about that when he first showed up. I thought John just showed up to be funny.
I saw that Packard, Jason. That was cool. You guys get to see my transmission pan short. Gotta think that was funny as hell. Did you see that, Don? Got a 14 or 15 Dodge Grand Caravan. Lady was behind a dump truck and the left rear wheel came off, the dual rear wheels. And she said the brake drum and everything else behind it came off behind it. And parts just started flying everywhere. And she ran over a brake shoe.
Oh.
And it went up into the transmission pan of the transmission and cut holes in it, and it leaked everything out.
Not good. Oh, I hope they had good insurance.
Where it was last time. It looks like
Yes. But yeah, it hurt it bad. And the funny thing is it went from only like 47 views when I put it up to 2,800 views now.
Wow.
Tonight it blew up. It just took off. I didn't think it was going to get any more. It went from like 28 to 38 to like 58. And then I went, had dinner, and come in here, turn the laptop on, and it was up to 2,800. Uncle Brian has left the building. Who's that?
You put 2,800
Oh.
views. Wow. It's even come in with the brake shoe still in it.
Right.
Wow.
See if I can.
So I thought you was talking about that Ford Expedition you put up the other day where that set or that pin come loose and wore through the case.
No, that car is actually gone.
Get towed into the shop. That looks like a semi truck brake shoe. Damn. The weird things you get towed into the shop. That looks like a semi truck.
Yeah, she said she felt it hit and it made a hell of a sound. And then she said about a half a mile later, she looked back and saw a bunch of smoke, and that was a transmission fluid. And then all of a sudden it stopped pulling.
Yeah, that's when she was out of fluid. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm surprised it went that far before it ran out of fluid.
Right. I do follow Busted Radio Garage. He actually commented a couple of my videos before.
Yeah, I seen he posted that he's coming to No Name Nationals. He registered and he's bringing Linda.
Yep.
It's like, all right. He's a good old dude.
Oh, I love it. He don't bullshit around neither. So that's what's good about him.
I don't know what he does for a living, but he makes more money than I do.
I don't know that. I don't know what the hell he does for a living. I don't know if he's ever brought that up. You obviously know what I do. I work on shit every day.
Yeah, brakes and transmissions.
Well, no, I've got a 14 or a 15 Durango with a 3.6 that I'm doing lifters and rocker arms in. It's noisy as shit. I do a bunch of diag stuff. I programmed a 4-wheel drive module in a Ford Escape today. Oh God, what else did I do? A bunch of brakes on a bunch of different cars, but it was a busy ass day. It was crazy. But it's over, thank God.
And then tomorrow's a new day.
That it is. I do have a couple more getting towed in, so we'll see how that goes. Tom says it needs a new filter. Come on. No.
And I can't wait to get these floors in so I can get it back on the ground. Floors is the last big thing I got to do to the car. A couple little things. I got a new brake line. I was thinking about a drive shaft loop just for the sake. That way, if something happens, it doesn't like beat the tunnel.
If you plan on running slicks or drag radials,
It's required. I know.
It's actually mandatory.
Yeah. But I was thinking about just putting some kind of loop just for the fact.
Oh yeah, you still can.
At
you're cheap.
some point, I'm going to rip a drive shaft out of it, especially if I put that other motor in it next year.
Well, I mean, you can always do it this year while you got the floors out and put it in. You got to have it, I think, 6 inches from the front yoke.
Yep.
And if you have to add any type of support while you're in there, it'd be a good time to do it before you actually put the floors back in.
Yeah, because they're right there. My uncle, he put subframe connectors underneath it,
Mm-hmm.
which is actually all he used is a bed frame. He welded 2 bed rails together and bolted it on each end.
That'll definitely do it.
Yeah. It's like the front's got to get out of the way before the back end can come through. It's like, well, that puts it in perspective. Nope, I'm running suicide brakes. Single pot.
Model T don't have open drive shafts. Is it above the floor, Tom? I've never got to see one. I don't
We're going to have
know.
to put it up on jack stand so everybody can look under it.
Yeah. Well, see, Dad's Camaro, his 67, he tore the drive shaft out of it one time when he had the stick in it, and it ripped the drive shaft loop right out of the floor because we bolted it straight to the floorboard. It's just sheet metal.
Right.
It didn't stop it. It yanked that son bitch out like it was nothing.
I can believe that.
So we put angle iron in it this time when we bolted it back in. That's the same way I did mine, just in case.
So I was saying I got some flat stock out here. I was thinking about making it out of that, but I didn't know if angle iron would probably be.
Well,
Better.
if you sandwich it, yes. You could drill the holes through the drive shaft loop into the floorboard and then sandwich it with the flat stock on the top side.
I was going to run flat stock from these bed rails, run it across.
Well, that's fine, but you can't just put like we did on Dad's car. We just put nuts and bolts through the floorboard. You got to sandwich it through the floorboard also, so that it spreads that weight out.
Right.
Like having a little hole compared to having a washer in it. It spreads the weight out a ton.
That, and they say if square washers work better than round washers too.
Really?
Yeah, round washer will open it like a can, or like a beer can. How it's open.
Yeah.
So once you start an edge on that, it just continues. But a square one that has to pull the whole flat through, it's got to pull the whole edge through, a straight edge through all at once before.
Gotcha. All right, bro. I'll catch you Thursday. Hey, Twisted.
And I was thinking for this cutoff switch, I'm going to need to get a 4-post, aren't I?
4-post what?
A cutoff switch, battery cutoff. The way I can shut the alternator off too. Versus
No, you just got to put a diode in it. You can use the 2 for the power. You actually have to put it on the positive, but you got to put a diode in the wire for where it jumps over to the charge post from I can't remember. It's the field wire, I think, that you run from the 12-volt post. You put a diode in there, and as soon as you kill the power,
when you shut that off, it's supposed to kill the motor too, right?
yes.
Not just kill the battery, but shut the
Or
motor.
are you putting the battery in the trunk?
Yep.
Okay.
Battery's already in the trunk. That's why I'm gonna.
What'd you use, Twisted? Kind of curious. Maybe he runs the battery wire all the way back there too. We put a Ford solenoid in the back of Dad's car until we figured out how to do the diode thing. Semi-master switch looks regular. Okay. So how do you kill the power to the alternator to shut the voltage off? So I ended up putting my battery back under the hood instead of the back of the car. The back or the front of the car wasn't as heavy as the back. So I put the battery back up front to try and level it out.
Yeah, I don't have room up front anymore.
That's right, man.
Switch.
Gotta go correct side of the switch. I guess if you're jumping your positive post that you're killing to the field of the alternator, it should still kill it. Yeah, one wire alternator. Run back to the switch. Yeah. So you can run the 12-volt off the post from the battery cable to your field, where you would normally run the field wire from your battery. You just run it
Alright.
off the back of the battery. That way, when you kill the switch at the back of the car, it kills the rest of the power.
All right, that'll work.
I knew there was a way to do it. I just never. Dad's car, we did it in, and Jason's Mustang. And Jason put a GM one wire alternator in his. So it killed it instantly, but we did a different alternator in Dad's, and we had to run a resistor in it until we realized we could run the field wire to the battery post and then kill it that way. So it can be done. And what alternator you're going to run on yours? You're going to run that factory Mopar alternator?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got, it's like the old Ford style, isn't it? It's got three wires that go to three separate posts on the back, doesn't it?
No, mine just has a single wire.
Is it a single?
What's on the car now? Yeah, I don't know if it's factory or not, but it's got one that plugs in and another one that bolts on.
Okay, so they got rid of the voltage or the external regulator.
It must have. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So then, yeah, if it runs off the back post of the battery cable, as soon as you put your switch on there, it'll kill it. Field and stator, Dan. And then body ground to the other older style generators. Because the external regulator had to create the field for the alternator, so it had the stator in the field to be grounded, I think. Yeah.
I was thinking, I was going to, before I put the interior back together, I was just going to run a wire to the engine compartment through the interior and then do the trunk where the switch is going to be.
Yep.
And I was thinking about maybe just, getting that kill switch wired up down there, get some help
Absolutely.
down there. Figure I'll just run a wire while the interior's tore apart. I'll just run a wire back there. That way it's already have a wire ran.
Yes. What's up, Big Mike? Good to see you, man.
Boy, he's the master of hoopty, isn't he?
I love watching his videos.
I've been enjoying this build.
Heck yeah.
He's getting it done too. It's like saying using that old wiring harness it's working out great for him.
Oh yeah.
I can just imagine saying tearing it all apart and identifying every wire, and it's like, man, I bet that was a long day pulling that harness out.
Oh
Especially
God, yes.
you gotta identify every wire as you unplug it.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about how many Camaros and Firebirds and shit that I've done. I yanked that harness out of my car and I knew exactly where everything went. Oh, we're gonna like tomorrow's, huh? Giving us a little sneak preview.
I bet he's firing it up.
He's teasing us. Got us a teaser.
As
Mike
long
is
as he
looking like
puts
a tall prowler.
as long as he puts a good passenger seat in it.
Yeah.
Well, he was cruising the pits last year, and I hitched a ride with him last year, and the passenger seat in the Blockbuster, he like romped on the gas a little bit, and seat about ended up in the back seat, about folded over, and it's like, holy shit.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, see, my Camaro, I didn't have the seat, but bolted one bolt in the passenger seat. And it wasn't to give anybody rides. It was just going from the pits to the staging lanes. So I wasn't going fast. Well, I took Elliot for a ride. And yeah, he was holding on to the roll bar and everything.
Yeah, usually it comes as a big surprise too.
Well, I mean, the seat back is bolted to the roll bar, so it really wasn't going to go anywhere. But yeah, he pinched off part of my seat cover, so.
Yeah, those make the good stories though.
Oh God, yes! It took me 3 days to pull out and label the harness, dude. I bet that's not the fun part about building cars is wiring. That is the nightmare side of the fun part of enjoying it when you're done. Oh, Big Dean, what's happening?
Evening, Dean. Want to bring in the smart wit.
Seat bottoms are lucky to be bolted to the floor. As Don would know. Man, years back, between summer break, me and my brother Jeremy would go to this body shop and help Dad. We would detail cars, clean the shop, that kind of grunt kind of work. And we also got to drive some really cool cars. We had a 66 Chevelle with a 454 4-speed or 396 4-speed. We were driving it on a milk crate.
It's better than a 5-gallon bucket.
I drove it one time. I wasn't doing it again until the seat was back in it. I about wiped it out, and that car was gorgeous.
I can believe that.
I think it was David Pearson who took Mickey Mantle around the track in his Winston Cup car. Oh, that'd have been cool.
It scared him after he told David to go easy.
Yeah, I'm a dumb truck driver today. I was a dumb mechanic today. I was ready to bail on that place at like 3 o'clock today. I was done. I was tired. I was whooped. I was over it. Yeah, this 66 was really freaking nice, Dan.
At least it didn't rain today, did it?
Yeah, a couple times.
No. So we got lucky. We didn't get no rain today.
It was a couple drizzle kind of rain, not a downpour.
Yeah, it's
just enough to get the humidity up to about 200% for about 30 minutes.
Yeah. Well, that was enough to get everything wet, but not cool it off.
Oh, God, no, it did not cool off at all. It just made it worse. I was doing wiring repair in the parking lot and brakes and all kinds of dumb shit today. I was back and forth. I just could not get cool. Well, it didn't Beaver Creek,
yeah,
Dan.
it wasn't bad here.
Yeah, we all got wet. I was trying to finish this wiring job out in the parking lot, and it started raining, so I had to close everything up, went back inside. About 5 minutes later, I could go back out and work on it again. That's how sporadic it was.
Yeah, we got some rain yesterday, and I got to get a new tarp for the car. This one's not doing it. So got in the car today, looked into frame rails, and there's a puddle. It's like, where the fuck did that come from? It was a good tarp back in the day, but it's seen better days.
We look at this place. It's a little bit more expensive, but this car cover is tough. I think it cost me $119. But man, it was super, super heavy. Let's see. Where's it at? Trying to hunt for it. But this past week, before the weekend, I had my youngest daughter's graduation party. So it's my last kid graduated finally. I got a 12 by 20 gazebo, and I put it up in my driveway. It was $2,000, but I also put it on my charge card. Where the heck is it? I gotta filter these results a little bit. Trying to see what name of this cover is. But dude, I'm telling you, this thing is heavy. It's got straps that go through the bottom of it that it will stay on the car during a rain or windstorm. Hey, when the sun comes out right after the rain and kicks up humidity, yeah, it was bad. I order so much shit through them.
And I just use a tarp right now, and Wendy got me some spring-loaded clips that I just put one on each wheel well.
Yeah.
And I've had the wind blow out here, and it's never even thought about blowing the tarp off. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Mine would blow it either halfway off the front or halfway off the back. I was always chasing it. It was driving me crazy. But this one you can wrap around the front, back, and middle. But it was also a dual layer. Let's see. Yes, it was actually called the iCar cover. It's $120, but you get a 5-year warranty with it.
wow.
So instead of paying, $40 for a tarp, look into getting that thing, and it lasts a long time, and it comes with the strap kit too.
That's a plus. Come on.
But anyway, this damn gazebo thing was halfway used for her graduation party outside this weekend, but it was mainly put up for my car. Here's a nighttime picture of it with the lights underneath.
Oh, there you go. There's auto salvage.
ASO. What's that, Don?
Saying there's auto salvage.
Yes.
He's my buddy.
I'll be right back.
Cover on scratch and the seen that happen on a couple different occasions. What do you wore out from, Otto? You feeling good today, or just have a rough one? Or not feeling good today? I'm just messing with my tablet here. The cover wants to come off. Screw it. Yeah, you was saying that you was on some new meds that wasn't agreeing with you.
You're not paying or spending that much, Wendy? Is that on the car cover? Well, and see, I wasn't doing it either. I was just doing the tarps and cheapo car covers to try and protect the car. But then after getting this one, it don't rip, it don't tear. It's made it through all these storms, and it's awesome. Did a service call today? The heat got me. Yeah, it was hot.
Yeah, it says we're not supposed to get any rain till Friday now, so that's a plus. Mid 80s.
Damon, it's up.
F or G.
I thought it was still red.
Ate too much. Our problem is that I don't eat before going out and working hard. Well, I mean, I go back and forth, and sometimes it hurts me, sometimes it don't.
Yeah, sometimes you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
110 the next 2 days. Yeah, I wouldn't be outside. I would melt.
I mean, it gets 90, 95 here, and I'm complaining, and these guys are dealing with triple digits, and then I feel
that's
bad
pretty
because I'm
much.
complaining about 90.
Right. That's insane.
Yeah,
Man.
I get to go do a roof tomorrow.
I'm getting ready to do mine.
I got a buddy of mine doing a roof job. I told him I'd help him out. It's like, I
Well,
don't
luckily, my buddy that always helps me out when I work on projects, he's been a roofer, siding, plumber, I mean, you name it. So he comes over and he helps me. And when I go to do my roof, I have a compressor with a manifold that will feed 4 nail guns, and we'll have 3. Me, Jess, and Craig. So we should be able to get that roof done in a few hours.
Well, are you tearing off first?
Actually, it's only got 1 layer on it. Well, the other thing is the roof I'm putting on is a like 70 or 75 year 3-tat or dimensional. So it'll outlive me.
Right.
Dan, I sweat like a turkey in October working in 60-degree weather.
Right.
In October.
That's all right. He knows I'm a ground guy. I don't get up on roofs no more. I did enough of that in my younger years.
Big Mike, buddy, I will be in the shop at 5 a.m., but if it's 110, you will not find me in the shop.
That's what I've been doing the last couple of days. It's hot. I've been getting up early and going out. I was planning on it getting hot today, but it only got mid 80s, and it's like, oh, this ain't too bad at all.
Yeah.
But it's been 90 for a couple of days. 80, 85 don't feel bad at all.
Haven't decided yet. I may or may not, Dan. I don't know. I've heard about the metal roofs, but they're charging $23,000. So I can get all my 3-dimensional, all the dimensional shingles. It's like a 75 year for like $1,000. And then I can pay my buddies with beer and food for the day.
That's right. Couple
And they're
pizza,
happy.
30 pack.
Well, I help them work on their cars and shit too, so
It all
we
comes.
always help each other out. Only work a couple hours till the sun beats down. Yeah, and I can totally get down with that too, Mike. 100% humidity. And 110? Jesus. Wow. That's hot.
Yeah, I remember when I went to basic training. What was it? We went in like January. This is in Benning, Georgia. Beginning of basics, it was too cold. They had moved us indoors because our canteens were freezing up.
Holy
Then
moly.
By the end of basics, it was too hot. We was training at night.
Rounds and polar fire, I think.
Yeehaw.
And,
Yeah.
it's the first shot.
Metal box gutters and bay
I'll tell you my bills
windows.
when we get out of here.
Roof lasted about
That's
100
part of
years.
the
Yeah.
bungalow, so you have the pension.
Well, the house had a 25-year 3-tab on it when I first bought it. And I'm at, knocking on the 19-year mark. And the gravels are starting to run off of it.
Yeah.
So it's about time. They didn't even last 25 years.
A lot of that 25 years is where you live, too.
Well, I mean, there was one point where I had trees and branches that covered the top of the house and it grew a little bit of moss. So
Yeah,
I had those limbs removed so that wouldn't happen. But it seems like it didn't even help where it wasn't growing moss. It's still doing the exact same thing. Yeah. So I have that problem at work.
Yeah.
I empty my pockets in my drawer of my toolbox. That way my wallet and shit's not wet at the end of the day.
I think if I ever do a roof on this, I'm just going to do metal.
Well, man, I thought about it, but dude, it's so expensive.
No. Well, nowadays, this asphalt shingles are about the same price as metal roof anymore.
Well, the Owens Corning dimensional for 12 square was almost $1,000 with tax.
That ain't
And that's
bad.
just for me paying for it, having it delivered. And that's me carrying the bundles up the ladder. And those things are 90 pounds a piece.
Yeah, they suck.
But,
It's nice when
they
you got an
want-
elevator.
they said if they delivered it in the elevator truck, it's $2 per bundle.
Really?
Yeah. And it's 120 bundles. So $240 to have them put them on my roof. So between having to pay my buddies and everything, in food and beer and everything else,
Yeah,
I'll just carry the shingles up there for them to throw them down. I don't care. It's good exercise.
Yeah, I don't really care for that ladder bouncing, carrying a
they're gonna be
shingles up the ladder.
Well, I've got my one aluminum ladder, and then I've got Craig that has a big fiberglass one that it'll hold 500 pounds. So my aluminum ladder, if you don't extend it, it'll hold 250. So I'm still good.
I'll do you one better, Otto. I got a buddy of mine that does metal roof, and usually when there's like cover sheets and shit like that, saying my roof, luckily it's one color.
right here.
My carport roof out here.
First responder, that's not fair. You chose that.
Well, I mean, they can hear us from 50 meters away from So they're gonna hear us no matter what.
And to be honest and be fair, I went in and saved a dog and a kid once, and it was fucking hot.
Hi,
But
he's in the tower.
Kudos to you, first responder.
it's yeah. But that gear that he has on
He's in the tower, buddy.
doesn't get near as hot as it used to. It gets hot. Don't get me wrong. My buddies that used to work across from the shop way back when, they did simulated fires, and they go in to put them out. And I went in and helped him on one of them, and it was hot. It was fucking hot. But
Hold
compared to
X.
going in a t-shirt
Hold X.
and a wet rag over your face, I went in and grabbed a dog and a baby. It was hot.
There you go, big one.
It wasn't fully engulfed like that trainer was, though.
Just let him pick me up and I'll join you.
Big
Dude,
bike,
that'd be awesome, Mike.
square bell elevator. That's right.
Hell yes.
Hey, would you mind if I get my
Now, see, if my buddy is at the, or whatever it is,
machine gun? When'd you get
where we rent all the equipment from,
Hey,
Arch Rental, I think it's called around
would you
here.
mind if I have my
They have one of those, and it only costs me $60 to rent it. If they have it that weekend, I'm doing it.
Yeah, elevators make for nice work.
Oh God, yes. I just don't know if my back can take it.
yellow? Can I get my
Twisted. Make sure you use a good master switch.
Yeah, I was looking them up today.
Yellow. Don't be a dick about it.
The cutoff switch.
I don't know what. Well, the one I had, I don't know what it was. I know it was a big, heavy switch. I don't know what amperage it was. Ugh. Oh man. All right, just lit up it.
And I like the idea of being able to just shut the battery off when I'm not driving it. That way the battery doesn't always just sitting there by itself versus hooked up in the car.
125 amp. I think that sounds like more the one that I used. I got it from Jegs a long time ago. But Arch Rental has a lot of the stuff I go rent, Dan. I have no clue. Should have been in the closet. That's where I put it.
Alright, well, when I can't stay propped up, I have the vaporizer with the vapor pad. Out with it.
Hey, I did enough hay for a lifetime when I was in high school.
Dude needs my laying down. Do you need?
You definitely could have got a hernia.
It's nice when they're nice dry bales. What sucks is the end of summer, you get the wet clover bales and they're about 100 pounds and you're busting strings. I've done hay where you had to kick them loose because they're frozen to the ground.
Yeah, I didn't hurt my back. It was more I kind of strained a muscle, and then it's just been taking a long time to heal because I don't ever stop. If I stop, I get behind worse.
Just keep aggravating it.
Yeah. Well, and being as tall as I am working on cars, I try to lift the cars up to my level. But, some of the cars are so damn rusted, I can't even put a rack underneath them. They'll just freaking fall apart to pieces.
Otto, he just got old.
Nah.
Older, not old.
Yeah, it's kind of like Dad. Dad stopped working for a little while. He lost a lot of muscle mass. You lose that back muscle that supports your body and your spine. that's when you start hurting your back.
I got people on me, so.
Well, see, Jason, he always, threw around heavy stuff, working on cars all the time, and he ended up getting a hernia too.
I didn't get an invite. I didn't get one. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna get closer. Don't shoot.
Yeah. To prevent hernias, using the muscle to stop.
Hey, if you have a phone,
Urinating.
can you help me out with
Well,
this, dude?
Yeah, you read that right.
Okay. But anyway, that the core muscles is what keeps your spine, standing up right, and your back standing up straight, and that it helps. It's just minor sore. I overdid it one day, and it's just not been right since. It's getting better here and there. It was hurting, just to bend over to tie my shoes.
I'm going to get my M4 back.
I just made 10 people online test that muscle.
That's right. I was sitting here flexing myself.
I wasn't looking for glasses. I just wanted to make sure I was reading it right. I think I'm going to have to go get glasses because here the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, I've been having to squint a whole lot.
Yep.
I've never had glasses, and I just turned 47.
Yeah, I used to not wear glasses. These are cheaters. See, and I'm
Well, I can
good.
read fine up close. It's far away that's getting blurry.
You're the other way. See, I'm fine looking away. It's the reading shit that.
Rob, when you're taller, that floor is a lot further away. So when you do get older, it gets even further away. Well, Dad's 73 this year. And his back and everything does really well, but he can only work for about 6 hours, and he's done. His hands hurt, his back hurts, and he's got to sit down for a couple hours, and he's fine again.
6 hours at that age is still getting a lot done.
He's down.
Oh,
on the
hell
top
yes.
floor.
Well, he does body work every day
Yeah,
still.
Go up the door.
He can't just go home and sit down. It drives him crazy.
Well, that's when you sit in the chair. That's when it's over.
Right.
No. Hold on. Okay. Go to your right. Oh, kill that guy behind you before he kills you.
Pick him up, put him down. You don't hold on to him,
Okay. So go. Get right there, and then find a way up the stairs. So it'll be up to you.
Yeah, I've heard that too, Wendy.
Yep, you can sneeze the wrong way and get a hernia.
You up there.
Shit, every time I sneeze, it hurts my
Pretty sure
back.
he's dead. He should be dead, like right in front of you. Yeah.
Hey, Blake. They sell those extra pick grabbers. I don't need those yet.
Good evening, fellow heathen.
Yes.
Him? He died right after me.
Stop from working on Chevys. Don't start that shit. I work on everything.
I got a large now.
And to be honest, I work on more Fords than I do anything. So
As long as it pays the bills.
exactly right.
Yeah, he did. I got it.
But I'd have to say, I think wiring problems is Chrysler's. the way they split the 5-volt reference and everything up with them, it's stupid. I'm constantly fixing wires on Chryslers. Hire a go fetch it guy. I've got a couple of them.
Yeah.
Oh, Dan, if
Yeah. Someone's almost exploded.
I try to support myself if I'm over top of an engine for too long.
say, Dan, if those fenders are too tall, let the air out of the front tires. That'll bring it down a few inches for you.
I did an engine, well, I did a Hemi and a Chevrolet last year, and I flattened the tires or took the wheels off to put the engine in because they're so damn tall.
Big Mike.
The part that I hate about it is if you have a broken wire that, I mean, eventually you may track it down, but
I already did.
scope and everything has been
Hey,
more recently than anything. Putting everything on my scope on my scanner. But older car wiring, I can do that shit in my sleep. I just can't stay bent over for too long.
That's why I've been working on these floors on the car. Knee pads.
See, I've got a knee pad. I've got a big black knee pad that's real dense black foam.
Yep.
It's got a teammate with body suit. It's for that.
I think something's wrong with my phone.
Otto's going to call him when he's going to do the wiring in his F100. That's why his phone's having trouble.
Yeah. Oh God, a blower motor and a Eclipse. Are those still around?
All you got to do is say a blower motor, and that's enough.
No, it's
Well, and you're standing on your head by the time when you get underneath there to get it out.
Yeah, it's going to be fun after I get these floors done. I've got to do some wiring under the dash, and that's always a treat.
Well, Chrysler blower motors aren't that bad, having 3 screws, but Ford and GM decided to put in actually, I think Chrysler did it on a couple too, where they twist into place. You just pull a tab down and then untwist it. And when you put it back in, you turn it clockwise until it clicks. And you got to put some effort into it sometimes to actually get it in the channel and get it to move. Stupidest thing ever. Done a blower motor in an 83 Supra. No, that wasn't bad either. Toyotas weren't that bad.
I don't even have a blower motor in my car anymore.
You'll want one.
There's no room for the blower box. The Valiant, it's under the hood.
My Camaro is under the hood, but you got to pull the wheelhouse to get to it. Love to mess with the 80s and 90s Toyotas. Well, there's no medication for that ASO. in the passenger side and lock on driver's side. Oh, what the hell was I? I thought that was a Ford Escape or something that I did that on. You had to unlock it, the blower motor. You had to twist to unlock the driver on the driver's side of the blower case. On the passenger side is where the blower motor come out of. I think that's what Tom's talking about. It was Nissan or Mazda or something like that that had done it too. Maybe you need a blower on the Blue Goose. Wait, are you talking about an actual blower or blower? Heater blower. Because both would be okay. Tom said yes. So yeah, there was one. I can't remember what it was. I want to say it was a Scion or something weird like that, where they wanted this big, huge socket that was like 5 inches in diameter that you put on the driver's side to turn to unlock the blower motor. Then you could go to the passenger side and pull it out. Absolutely retarded. But the one that Tom's talking about is the blower motor itself just locks into place. Yeah, Travis, that was unbelievable. So weird. So a real hot rod with a blower. I gotcha. Yes, do it. I'm in. Not really, Dan. Some do. In most cases, like everything else, it just dies and it gets towed in. Hell, I've had more dead Odysseys here lately than I had a lot of other American cars, where typically the Odysseys and the Pilots don't die. It was really weird. I think a lot of it was just lack of maintenance.
Yeah.
Mike, you're going to need about 3 U joints to get your steering box. God, it's almost 10:30.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of Hondas these days, they throw up, I want to say 2010 and on, they throw up maintenance reminders. So it's not just oil. They'll throw up a B1, B2, B3, or A1, A2, A3. And when you look it up, it'll say whether or not it's coolant, brake flush, transmission service, whatever. The timing belt reminder comes up too.
Let me drive.
I know it flies by, ASO, but that's what happens when you're having fun. It always happens when I get on here. It feels like it takes forever for it to hit 8:30. And then next thing you know, holy shit, it's 2 hours later. How did that happen?
Happens every time.
Yep. I got 3,700 views on that brake shoe and that transmission pan now.
Saying it was only 2,800 there a while ago.
Yep. They pushed it back out again, so. Well, I mean, if you're not working in a shop, Dan, you won't be able to see all the normal routine maintenance shit that is always done. What pisses me off about Hondas is just like BMW and VW. They make their specific power steering fluid or transmission fluid, and you spend 3 days trying to figure out whether or not it's actually the same fluid as everything else. So you go ahead and spend the money at $15 a quart from the dealership just to find out it's the same shit you put in GM
Mm-hmm.
or Chrysler. It's all the same. Yeah, in the shop you see all kinds of crap. I was at a car show and saw a VW built backwards that had a 5. Jesus. I bet that was weird.
Makes me want to see it.
Yeah. Curiosity. I already have the plane in place, but before that, I still have to get my shift linkage and brake distribution block installed. Get her done, Mike. Sounds like a good plan to me. I'm going to have a couple, probably 1 or 2 minute videos on the Camaro this weekend, and probably a couple shorts to update what's going on with it. Square back gasser. Ugh! Don't talk first. Don't
It's already cold.
talking dirty to me like that. I love gassers. There's nothing else like them. See, I thought me and Jason was going to do a gasser, and now he's gun ho about the S10. So we're going to have to wait till the S10's done, I guess, before we can build a gasser together.
Yes, I did. But I saw one of them run from this building.
Yeah, I want to see that S10 go down the road.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think he will here soon. But it's going to take me and him both to be able to build a gasser.
It's getting that time of season where everybody's builds are about done. And
Well, in my world over here, I call it my world because I have a bunch of hot rod buddies here in town and just a couple of towns surrounding me. There are ones that are done, starting new ones, or I have ones that have started them and are waiting on parts or waiting on finding, a few other odds and ends so that they can move on to other parts of the car. But we're talking long-term projects.
No, I ran over 2 of them. I know that.
What's really funny is transmission fluid. I've seen usually Lucas
Yeah.
Universal for years and years at $90 a gallon, and even O'Reilly's Universal Tractor Fluid.
One of them got away.
Dude, I totally agree. But we get some customers that they want to see the bottles we use on their cars. That's how finicky they are. I want to make sure that we're using original OEM, BMW, VW, Toyota, Honda, whatever fluids.
well, it'll show up on the invoice too.
Well, exactly. If they want us to do it, we'll order it. And they're going to pay dearly for it, but we can sell it to them for cheaper.
I know
if they let us get the job done faster that day. But- Talking about views on a video, I can't believe that my video on driving at 5 speed without the clutch has over 6K. Oh, dude, there's the people that don't drive sticks are all over that video. And they're confused as hell. They're keeping watching it.
See, and I like driving a stick without a clutch if you can get away with it.
Oh, it's fun. Well, and there's some cases where at work I'll get a car in that it won't move, and I can start it in gear. So I'll start it in first gear, and then I'll shift it through second. And then as I get closer to the shop, I'll put it back into first gear. And people are like, "How'd you do that?" I'm like, "I can't tell you. I'll have to kill you."
Right?
I brought that up to UTG's live, but no one acknowledged it. But a
Well,
few
you
weeks
know.
later, someone else brought it up, and it was some others responded. Yeah, It's hard sometimes, man, especially as much traffic as he has come through there.
Yeah, we used to watch Uncle
Next-
Tony religiously way back when, and then after No Name, it's like we're all over here.
Yeah, I'm not concerned. It sucks, but it doesn't. You know what I mean?
Well, I used to go over there. I used to have my own questions here and there. And you had to ask them 20 times before they ever seen them. And then it's saying that over here, No Name Nationals, you got just as much knowledge of these people as you do over there.
There are some guys in there that bash the No Name National people like crazy. So if they have to judge like that, then they're not worth my
I
time.
don't know where he was hiding at though. That's my thing.
I guess
I don't
shops
know because I searched that building up
do
and
have
down.
transmission fluid hose. Yeah,
I
some
saw-
do, some don't, but it's
No,
not
I
Dex
saw
3,
Bear
it's
shooting.
Dex
I thought it
6.
was
And
shooting,
most of the
and I saw
time
his-
now,
his, operator, and I
the
was like,
Dex
oh,
6
that's
you can
not-
use with Dex 3. And a lot of cars are going to Dex 6.
Oh wait, what? Oh,
Rev matching, yes. Where was
Did you
this
see that
at?
there?
Which
oh
part?
no, that's
ASO?
final.
I talked about it a lot.
All right, get your guns ready. Nope, nobody. Yeah.
Yeah. Damien, he does that too. He bounces all over the place. And Mike, you are 100% right, dude.
Dude, yes. That's
D
why I left to the
bags.
other one.
Oh, well, there was a couple guys that said the only reason they, stepped in and voted, or I'm sorry, added people as subscribers was to get them 500 and now are backing out of it because they don't agree with the No Name Nationals, that it's fake and blah, 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 blah. This is before I hit 500. I was probably at 350 to 380, and it was stupid.
Well, they just don't know what a good time is.
But that's the issue, is they judge too much. When you judge like that, you don't know what the hell you're losing. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Damien. I know you're talking about Uncle Tony. I miss watching some of his lives too, but at the same time, he's washed out a lot of stuff he used to do. I mean, it's not as fun to watch anymore.
I watched him the other day when he had Steve Mignani on there.
Yeah.
It's like when he gets guests on there, depending on who they are, I'll watch. But like his Sunday Night Lives anymore, I might stop in for a few minutes. But usually there's enough No Name Nationals people got a live going that I'll find them.
Right. While we're on transmission fluid, what do I use in the 727? Well, normally that was a, what was that? A Mercon 5 is what they used to use in that, but you can use Dex 6 in it. It won't hurt it.
Nah, I'm chilling.
They don't have a clue what No Names is about, and that's it. And it was all about somebody
That was crazy.
bashed Tony, and then something else happened. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I just blew it off and said whatever. Yeah, he used to get to the point, and rambling is one way to put it.
I had two.
Type F was Ford's. Mercon 5 was Chrysler. Pretty sure. I mean, I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure that's how it was.
Use red
Use
stuff.
red stuff. Well, I know all the transmission guys that rebuild them was using Mercon 5 to rebuild everything. Just like Jasper transmissions and stuff, they use Mercon 5 to mix all the clutches up. And that was kind of a no-brainer. And I'm like, okay, then why won't Dex 3 work? It will. The transmission guys from Jasper, when I talked to them, said red, whatever transmission fluid you want, as long as it's red. Yes, that's right. Someone got butt hurt and lashed out on all of us. And I don't know what it was about or why, but I said, whatever. Dextron Mercon is, yeah, the GM stuff, I'm pretty sure. All I know is Dex 6 can be used in absolutely everything. Even Hondas, all but the CVTs, obviously. CVT fluid is really fucking weird. Yeah, that's it. ATF plus 4. That's what it is. That's the one. I forgot about that one. Tom would know. He works at a Dodge dealer. ATF plus 4. Yeah. I've not had to mess with that. Yes, Dex 6 in a manual too. If it doesn't call for gear oil.
Where did I get the tracker?
It gets deep. It does get deep.
I got a tracker from somewhere.
So, well, as much as I hate to do it, fellers, it's 10:39. I've got to get in the shower and get to bed.
I was going to say nothing because I knew you'd go and look at the clock and go,
Mike, you can use ATF plus 4 or Mercon. You can use the Dex 6. It's not going to hurt anything.
just don't use power steering fluid.
No, don't use power steering fluid. But you can use Dextron and Ford power steering.
In
So,
your power steering.
yes. You can use that B&M trick shift. In the B&M trick shift, you can use in absolutely anything. It's like the Type F that has the anti-foaming in it, but the new Dex 6 has the anti-foaming in it, and it's synthetic. So, if Big Mike, if you're more comfortable with using the ATF plus 4, do it. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything. So, I did forget about the ATF plus 4. It's been so long since I've actually used it because we use that universal Dex 6 and everything. It doesn't hurt a thing. But, ow. Yep. I'm getting tired of this chair. I don't know. I just know that I lost probably a quart and a half when I transferred it from the truck to the car. Read the dipstick. I know what it says. I know, Tom. And we've got lots of miles on using that. They call it global transmission fluid. And
We get a train coming up on our.
they guarantee it to work in
right here.
Ford, Chrysler, Chevy, Honda, all that stuff. So if they can't back it up, they have to pay for a transmission.
I'm going for the train.
So, and I've not had any issues out of it by using it in old Chryslers also, because I put it in it was a 72 or 73 God, what was that? Was it a Challenger? Yeah, it was a Challenger 446 back with a 727. And I put that same transmission fluid in after servicing it, and it shifted perfect. And the guy still drives it every day. So I'm not telling you you're wrong. You know, a lot of people like to stay,
What train is that?
you know, name specific or dealer type specific. So it's all on what you want to do.
Red blocker.
The best I can do is show you a picture. I did not take a video of that because that was before I started doing YouTube videos.
I got a large still.
Okay, hold on a second. See if I
Yeah.
can find
I
it.
always do that, and then I'll switch to the one that has the least equipment. Right now, I don't have keystroke on this one, so.
Not there. Did not. Nope. Well,
Yeah, there's a large bag in there.
that was my
Wow, that was lag right
my
there.
Trailblazer in a smart car that got smashed.
Take it.
Nice.
I miss my Trailblazer. Man, did I? I'll have to try and find that one later.
Yes.
Did I ever show you guys Dad's car?
That's a pretty green.
Yeah. That's Dad's 67. Let's see.
Never mind. I guess I didn't. I thought I saw one. My bad.
Yeah, I don't think I have it. Nope. I'll have to browse through my cloud later and find it.
What's that? Usually.
I will find a picture of the car, Dan. New recall to replace dipstick and tubes on trucks. Oh, to actually put a dipstick in it?
And if we get into a firefight with
That would be
operator,
awesome.
Remind me to switch my cam off with Semi.
That's an easy recall to fix, isn't it?
Yeah. Later, Big Mike. Good chatting with you, dude.
Oh, great. That's nice.
Yeah, Dad picked that color so long ago, and it's gorgeous. I love it. We're
Where's
gonna
the
have
trim
to wash it and shine her up
Kill
again
him.
before we get it out. But that's what we're working on right now is putting the heads back on it
Get you a plate.
and seeing what the hell the rocker arms. I think were the biggest problem with Dad's car because instead of having a big
I'm so glad
1.550 spring like I have on the Camaro,
Mountain snipers.
he's got a
There were
1.650,
people up there.
and the rocker arms
One
aren't big
actually,
enough
there were
for
people
those
up there
springs.
down in this little hospital right here, and they had us held down so bad, like we could not get out of the area.
Dad's motor does
So
not
bad.
require those type of springs, but that's what Jeremy put on it. So that's a whole nother level of bullshit that we're not going to deal with. We're just going to make it work so the car runs. If Jeremy was on here, he would be arguing with me saying it needs it. And I'm just like,
Once we get up to it,
there's other cars out there running 1.550 springs. They're running quicker than Dad's car. and they work perfect.
Capture before.
So
Shit, this Samsung is captured.
they're big ass springs and they're heavy. But
I don't know about you, but I want this car
Don,
right
thanks
now.
for hanging out with me, man.
Yeah, man.
I need to get in the shower and go to bed. I'm getting tired as hell. My mouth has stopped. It's not
No, like
working.
this car on the person.
Oh, it's been working too well. That's the whole problem.
I'm
So,
gonna capture this.
everybody, thanks for hanging out and chatting.
Oh,
Damien,
shit.
Dan,
Players.
Mike. Oh, Mike's already gone. ASO, Tom. You,
Never mind.
everybody, take it easy, and we'll catch you on
We're trying to
Jason's
get on the
Thursday.
train. We'll catch 'em.
Yep.
So, take it easy, Don. Hopefully the rain holds out. You can go out there and work on your toys some more.
Yeah, it's supposed to. Not supposed to. It's not calling for rain till Thursday, but that'll change tomorrow probably.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, shit, that'd be good.
We've been getting those thunderstorms in the afternoon for the last couple of weeks. We're kind of stuck in this pattern right now.
Yeah, I know. My car is in a barn. So since Abigail's graduation party's out of the way, now I'm focusing on my car. So had to get the kid taken care of.
Yep, understand that.
So on that, take it easy, dude. And I'll holler at everybody on Thursday.
Night
All right,
all.
see you.
Night auto.
Oh shit, they are.
First